It's nice to have you on the show, Man and Markets. You're most welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Our viewers would love to know who you are and what you do.
My name is Agnes Animo, a lead consultant with the Pan-African Center for Customer Experience.
You're talking about experience, customer experience. Most people do not understand this term. Can you please explain in detail what it entails?
Well, customer experience, just like our tagline goes, it's all about the customer. It is how do you manage the customer? From the time they express interest in your product or service, to the time they buy, to whatever you're going to sell. How do you upscale your products? How do you get them to buy more products from you? To the time they're like, okay, now your product has worked for me, now I'm exiting the relationship. Yes.
How do our businesses in Uganda fare in this area, and why do you think it is so important at this point in time of COVID-19?
I would look at it in the business perspective as a blessing in disguise. Why do I say that? Most businesses is loyal, as in customer loyalty to the business has been tested to the maximum. Now you can't tell me that this customer is loyal to you. It is time as a business owner to build relationships afresh. Everyone is trying to manage, how do I manage the customer? How do I get my sales up? How do I continue retaining this customer? Yes. So in terms of loyalty, this COVID period has given businesses an opportunity to start afresh. If you know customers had lost trust in you and everything, this is the time to start making it right.
At that exact point, what value does it add to our business?
With customer experience, research has shown if we or you as an SME handle a customer, you have an opportunity and a chance to make up to 60% in profit. But if you use these ordinary ways of sales, driving the customer, finding the conventional way that we've been doing it, your sales could be as good as up to 4%. Yes. So customer experience is everything. Once you get it right from the beginning to your walk to the end on how you handle the customer, I can guarantee you, if your business is really doing so badly, you'll make profits of, say, 50%. But with the right customer service measures, the sky is the limit.
What do businesses have to lose over due to poor performance in customer care?
Fiona, I'll answer that with a question. And I think you've also had in your lifetime, how many businesses do you know that have survived up to, say, 5 years plus? Or even just look at your colleagues in your neighborhood or in the areas that you socialize in. How many businesses will you say, oh, this person was selling phones and up to now, 5 years later, and you see progress? How many businesses will you say, oh, this is my clothes person, my vendor of clothes or dresses, and her business has expanded? How many are those? Few. Countable. And yes, statistics has shown that 90% of businesses collapse within the first 5 years. And that is because they are missing the important point. Many will concentrate on developing a very good product, but then they will not think about how to handle the customer. How do you ensure that this customer is loyal to you? How do you ensure that the customer becomes your brand ambassador? Because definitely that is what each and every business needs. Now, marketing, you don't need any marketing because they are going to be doing positive word of mouth from point A to point B. If you have your customers in one area code, say Kampala only, tomorrow you'll hear someone from Entebbe, Natete, who calling you. And that is how businesses need to think. Think outside the box. It's no longer about a beautiful business product. It is all about how do I handle the customer? How do I nurture this customer? Yes? As one popular person likes saying, that customer experience is bred through love. Love that customer, and he will give you everything that has to do with his wallet share. And that is what you stand to gain.
True.
Yes.
What advice do you have to our viewers there? Because most of the businesses have collapsed and people do not know where to start from.
Yes.
Could this be really of help?
As a potential person trying to start a business, there are very few but pertinent points that you need to know. You need to be addressing a problem. Make sure you are addressing a need. Make sure you have identified the customer problem and identified. Let me give you an example. I am a vegetable vendor I work in Nakasero market. Now very people go to Nakasero market. Let me start a stall near my area code because people still have to consume the vegetables. So one, make sure you are addressing the need. Then two, always study your customers. Have your customers at your fingertips. How do you know what influences their spending habits, their spending patterns? If I say, yes, you're doing vegetables, do I need vegetables every day? Do I buy from you every week? If you don't interact with your customer, you will not know that. So know their spending patterns, know the decisions that influence them actually buying your product. And then one last important point, Fiona, that I will tell you, and our viewers out there is feedback, feedback, feedback. Customer feedback is important. If you have world-class product, yet you're the one who has come up with it in the kitchen, without finding out how your market, your customer base needs, then you will totally lose it. You have to know what your customer needs, when they need it, how they intend to use it, then go on and address that issue. If they have a complaint with your product, please embrace that complaint, because it is through addressing that complaint that you will turn them into loyal customers. They'll be like, oh, the other person listens to me actually. When I tell them this is wrong with their product, they go and improve it, they do what I want, and indeed, they will become your loyal customers. Eventually, they will become your brand ambassadors. With that, you have no issue going into business and you will not collapse, I can guarantee you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It was
you,
nice
Fiona.
hosting you.